Hi, welcome to FabLab Fundamentals. My name is Matthew, and today I'll be showing you how to use the Trotec Speedy 400 Flex laser cutter. Please take notice of the giant big red button. If anything were to go wrong with the laser, such as your piece catching on fire, or if your piece becomes misaligned, or if anything unexpected happens, you'll hit this button and press it firmly until you hear that clicking sound. And please report this to a lab monitor. Now, after the lab monitor approves of you to continue to use the Trotec Speedy 400 Flex laser cutter to turn the laser back on, you're simply going to twist the button clockwise until it pops back up. In addition, while the laser cutter is cutting or engraving your piece, do not look directly at the laser, as this can lead to serious injury or even blindness. Now moving on, if you want to use our laser cutter, you'll first have to come to our lab computer. You'll click on Google Chrome. And if this page does not pop up, you'll click on this tab, Trotec Laser Sign In. You'll fill out all of the following information. And then for job duration, please give a rough estimation. If your piece is about 1 foot by 1 foot, you may give an estimation of 15 minutes. If it's smaller, it will be less. Now you may perform your job. However, immediately after your job, please reference our logbook, and then please fill out all of the following information, such as what laser it is and your name and all of the various parameters and the usage reason. Now, if you fail to follow our guidelines regarding using our book and all of our safety information, we have the right to remove your access from using our Trotec Speedy 400 Flex laser cutter and other various FabLab equipment. Now we're going to want to make sure that the laser cutter is in operating condition. To do this, you're going to slowly open up the hood. And then we're going to make sure that the laser can move it both in Y direction. And you're going to want to do this very slowly. And in the X direction. We just want to make sure that there's no hiccups in any of the movements. Once you've done that, now we can turn on the laser cutter. So to do this, we're going to turn it to the halfway point, which will turn on our screen. And now we're going to want to turn it all the way to the power sign to turn on the laser cutter. From here, we're going to wait for the laser cutter to go through its startup, and we'll know when it's finished when it no longer says device not ready. Now you can see that it no longer says device is not ready. From here, we can grab our material and put it on the laser cutting bed. Once you've done so, you can move the laser till it's on top of the material. And now we're going to auto level the bed by pressing the up and down signs together once. And you can set the bed being auto leveled. Now once this is done, you can hop back onto the computer. And we're going to click Trotec Ruby. And we're going to click on Add New Design. Now we're going to click on the Import button, and we're going to select our design. Trotec will take PNG, PDFs, but we highly recommend SVGs for the highest print quality. From here, you can click on our logo or your design. And then you can also add additional shapes if you want to do like different types of engraving or vector cuts. But for today, we are just going to engrave. Now once you have your object and you made all the necessary changes, you go over to create a job. And from here you can click on your object and you can still change the parameters, such as the height and width. Right now we have the aspect ratio lock, so the both height and width are going to change. But to unlock it, you can press this button and you can just change the width. For today, we're going to keep it as 3 by 3. From here, you can also select what material you're going to use. Today, we're going to use the University of Hawaii plywood setting. However, if you need additional settings, you can go to Material Details, and you can change the power, the speed, and the source. But if you do go above 80% in power, please let a lab monitor know. From here, we can orientate our laser again to hover above the region where we want our object to be raster cut or cut out. And once we have the most optimal placement, we're going to grab our image and move it to where the laser is currently orientated. And now once you double check that you have the correct size, the correct settings, today we're just going to engrave, so we're going to turn off cut. And you have the correct placement of where you want it to be cut or rastered. You can press Q. From here, we can go back to our laser cutter. We're going to close the hood. And then your job should appear on the screen. This is the image we want to raster. And once you double check that the placement is correct and the image is correct, you can press start. So now that the part has been successfully engraved and cut, please wait 5 minutes for all the fumes to be sucked out. Our part is now ready. So now we are going to turn off the laser cutter. And we're going to open up our hood. We're going to move our laser away. Gently and slowly and carefully. And now you have your engraved part. And that's how you use the Trotec Speedy 400 laser cutter. Thank you.